Texas Congressman Brandon Gill is a member of the House Oversight Committee, and he joins us now. Congressman, thank you for joining us today. Explain to those who can't understand why ICE agents need to wear masks during this time when there's an 830% increase in violence and towards them.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. You know, ICE agents are doing the hard work every single day of getting illegal alien gangsters and criminals out of our country. And remember, after 4 years of Joe Biden, whenever the Democrats flooded our country with illegal aliens, including some of the most ruthless and violent gangsters on the globe. These are people who torture their victims, who go after ICE agents and go after their families. So of course they're going to try and make sure to keep themselves and their families safe by not putting their identity out there for these people to target them. That's common sense. But what we've seen over the past several months is Democrats, including members of Congress, push to dox ICE agents and demonize ICE agents who are just doing their job. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah, you know, I remember back in the Summer of Love that there were Antifa activists torching cities, terrorizing the citizens in Oregon and other places, and they were wearing masks, and I never saw any Congress people on the Democrat side say anything about it, or even any Democrat activists. Look at these pictures here. Here's Palestinian protesters, pro-Palestine protesters with their scarves covering their face. No one said anything about that. The hypocrisy is just off the charts. I want to talk to you, Congressman, about this because Biden's chief of staff, Annie Tomlinson, just pleaded the Fifth during her oversight committee. Watch this.
Ms. Tomasini, did Joe Biden, a member of his family, or anyone at the White House ever instruct you to lie regarding his health at any time, including but not limited to in your testimony to Congress today?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer the question pursuant to my Fifth Amendment rights under the Constitution.
So, Congressman, it's really interesting. The Democrat Party is spending a lot of money right now on consultants and trying to figure out and deconstruct what happened during the 2024 election. But apparently, they're not going to review decisions like letting Biden run for re-election or even Harris being selected by Obama and others to follow up when they decided to push him off the stage. So how do they get to the final answer of what we should do differently to win elections if they're not even willing to look at that?
Well, that's exactly it. And remember, that in many ways is the point of this investigation. Whenever the American people vote for somebody for president, they expect that person to be the one who is calling the shots. And we could see during Biden's administration, especially during the final 3 to 6 months, that his cognitive decline was so severe that he clearly couldn't be the one who was making decisions. And we found out more and more every day that it wasn't him. It wasn't him making decisions. It wasn't him, for instance, pardoning people. Many of those were done without his knowledge. But the Democrats need to wake up and recognize this, that they cannot continue to lie to the American people and tell them that don't believe the evidence of your eyes and ears. Joe Biden is just fine. Kamala Harris is a great person. You know, nobody believes this stuff. And we're going to get to the bottom of what was actually going on at the end of Joe Biden's administration. And I would hope that Democrats would wake up and start telling the truth about this, because everybody can see it.
Congressman Brandon Gill, thank you for joining us. I also want to give you a personal thank you for bringing attention through your position, bringing attention to the way our government under Joe Biden facilitated sex trafficking and child labor. I appreciate you constantly bringing attention to that. And I think that should be a campaign issue in the next election as well. Congressman, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You got it.